Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom stars Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard and is directed by J.A. Bayona. And it is, of course, the sequel to Jurassic World. In this film, the park has been deserted, except for, of course, the dinosaurs that still remain there. And the government is trying to decide whether or not to take the dinosaurs off the island to save them. Ian Malcolm, played once again by Jeff Goldblum, comes in to say to Congress, basically, this is a bad idea, just let them stay on the island to die. Because, of course, Isla Nublar is a volcanic island, and the volcano is about to erupt, killing all the dinosaurs. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard decide to go back with a team of mercenaries to try to save the dinosaurs. But of course, the mercenaries work for an evil corporation that wants to sell off all the dinosaurs to high-paying bidders. They've of course also created another genetically modified dinosaur, this from the original Indominus Rex from Jurassic World, and a bit of blood from Blue, the last surviving velociraptor, to create the Indoraptor. And that gets loose, and a bunch of stuff happens. Dinosaurs eat people, Chris Pratt is awesome. Alright, let's get into the movie. So, in case you can't tell, I am a huge Jurassic Park fan. I love the original. It's one of my all-time favorite childhood films, and I still love it to this day. The Lost World, okay, admittedly, I've recently rewatched it, and it didn't hold up to my memory. It's not very great. Jurassic Park 3, however, is still a pretty fun, dumb movie. And I actually really love Jurassic World. I was on the positive side. I know that movie was controversial when it came out, and still is amongst fans, but I actually really liked it. I wasn't that disappointed with Jurassic World. Sure, it's not as good as the first Jurassic Park, but it's still a damn good movie. And Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was a movie I was excited for, especially because director J.A. Bayona stepping in for Colin Trevorrow. And J.A. Bayona, he's done some fantastic movies that I definitely implore you guys to check it out. The Impossible, which is an incredible real-life disaster movie based on the real-life story of a family that survived the tsunami that happened in 2006. Incredible movie. Stars a young Tom Holland. Also, A Monster Calls. Great movie about childhood fears, about dealing with death of a parent when you're a young child. It's a powerful movie. Definitely check that one out as well. So I was excited to see what he would bring to the Jurassic Park world. No pun intended. And I gotta say, his directing is good. This is one of the highlights of the film. This movie has some great shots of not only just dinosaurs running, you know, from the volcanic ashes that you see in the trailer. You have some great, incredible shots of the dinosaurs fighting each other or eating humans, of course. But they're shot very well, and they never lose an energy. They have a constant energy, and that carries me through the film. Because something needs to carry me through the film, because unfortunately the script is very problematic. Yeah, this script jumps all over the place. First of all, it's basically, speaking of Lost World, a remake of Lost World. It's like a very rushed remake. You know, we quickly get to the island, the mercenaries quickly are unveiled as villains, they quickly get the dinosaurs off, so it's just a much quicker version of Lost World, and it is better than the Lost World, but, I mean, come on, that's like saying The Force Awakens is better than Attack of the Clones. Duh! So yeah, this is a better version of the ideas that they were doing with Lost World. Unfortunately, it jumps around way too much. First of all, the villain is really obvious. As soon as the guy shows up who's going to be the villain, you're like, oh, he's the villain. Like, that's not even a question. You're not even like, well, maybe he's gonna... No. No, it's paint by numbers. It's so obvious. And that's really disappointing. Also, the trailers spoil a lot of this movie, which was a huge problem. It spoils the best moments. And it spoils the ending, the very ending of the movie. And without getting into it, because I'm not going to be an asshole like whoever edited the trailers... Don't watch the trailers if you somehow missed them. You've probably seen them by now. But don't watch them if you somehow missed them. But I will say this. The trailers made me think that the movie was going to end in a really cool way. In the last 30 minutes, we're going to have this really cool thing. And I was really excited to finally see this unveiled. And it never did. It's the last few shots of the movie. It's a tease for Jurassic World 3. Why the hell would you put that in the trailer? That makes no sense. That distracted the heck out of me once that reveal came. And it honestly hurt the movie. Because I was so disappointed. Because the trailers lied to me. Now, looking at the movie beyond that, what came before, it's still a pretty decent movie. It has a lot of fun things. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are still great. I still love their characters. There's a lot of great moments. Like, there's this great scene where they have to go into the cage that has the Tyrannosaurus Rex and extract blood from it while it sleeps in order to give it to Blue, the Velociraptor, so they're confused with him. Because he's dying. He's going to die if they don't get this blood. And it's a very suspenseful sequence, and that was done expertly well. And I want to touch on this because this is kind of a controversial choice of these new Jurassic World movies. I don't mind that Blue is this good Velociraptor. She was trained from birth by Chris Pratt. And it really, this movie just expands on that relationship. And it does it in such a way that I think it's good, it's realistic. It feels like how animals and humans do react and do interact. And yeah, is it kind of disappointing because you're like, well, I grew up with Velociraptors being scary. What the hell? The Velociraptor's still scary. If Chris Pratt's not around, those things are still dangerous. And even when he's around, it could still just snap at them and say, you know what, screw it, I'm going to attack you. Because either I'm hungry or you pissed me off. And so that still lends itself to a bit of danger while it's around, even though, yeah, it's a lesson from the original 3 Jurassic Park movies. Fair enough. And yeah, you see it in the trailer, because again, they spoil the entire movie. The Indoraptor going through the house, following them, following this little girl. That was actually some creepy sequences, and I really did like that. And then the final fight between Blue and the Indoraptor is great. I won't spoil how that ends, because actually the trailer didn't show that. Wow, what a weird thing for the trailer to do, apparently. Not show everything in a movie. I know. Foreign concepts. Again, I like the score by Michael Giacchino. He's just a great composer. He brings his A-game yet again to this. He brought his A-game to Jurassic World. I love the score there. There are great moments in this movie. I don't dislike this movie. I totally get this movie has problems, but there are enough of things in this movie that I like. Like, for instance, there's a scene that happens when the boats are leaving Isla Nublar. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard and the other remaining good characters have just made it just barely onto the ship. And they look back and they see a brontosaurus on the dock, just staring out at them and calling out to them as lava slowly comes in behind him. And it's actually sad. It's like, oh my gosh, this animal, like this brontosaurus, and apparently it's come out now, this was the brontosaurus from that original movie. You know, the one that stands on its hind legs right at the beginning when they first get to the island. Apparently that's supposed to be the same one. Screw you. No, don't mess with my childhood like that. But seriously, that was a tear-jerking moment, especially when it does stand on its hind legs again. Like, it's just trying to survive as long as possible. It was a really, really great, I love that moment. It was tear-jerking. It was a great moment, great directorial decision, beautifully shot. So I really like that. There are a lot of fun dino actions. I love, okay, this is a weird little Jurassic Park fan thing that I've always had secretly. It's like, they keep mentioning this dinosaur called a Baryonyx, which is, of course, a carnivorous dinosaur. I don't remember the period it was. I know I looked this up once. But I was like, that sounds cool. When are we ever going to see this? They finally have a Baryonyx in this movie. It's barely in it, but I'll take it. I know it's just a little weird thing to have, but it's like, they mentioned it in Jurassic Park 3. It's in the book, Jurassic Park. Like, why have you not had it? You've hinted at it so long, so they finally showed it, and that was cool. And I will say, I love the opening with the Mosasaurus and the T-Rex. The opening in this movie is legitimately scary, and it is suspense-filled, so hats off to them on that one. There are suspenseful moments, there's scary moments in this movie. Overall, though, this movie just jumps around a lot, and that's problematic. There's a lot of things that just don't make sense, and the ending is problematic, you know. The message they're trying to get across, I understand what it is, but it doesn't quite work, and I can't really get into that as much without giving spoilers, but it's kind of like, really? Okay. That's what you're doing. All right. I know. I have to be vague. But, yeah, other than that, overall, I like this film. It's my second least favorite Jurassic Park movie, if we're counting all 5 of the movies. But it's still a fine film. I'm going to give Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom 3 out of 5 stars. So that's my review of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Check it out. It's a fine film. I would say I'm excited about Jurassic World 3, but unfortunately it's being directed by Colin Trevorrow again. And that guy went and made Book of Henry, which is like, at this point, he needs to make the freaking Godfather out of a Jurassic World movie for me to ever forgive him for Book of Henry. What's that if you just want to hate your life? But anyway, that's it for my review of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.